How do I tell my daughter about a great neighbor? With a note from Dad. Hi, Avery. I want to talk to you about Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee is the neighbor who lived next door at Grandma and Grandpa's old house. My dad told me Mr. Lee had wished him well on Father's Day, and it brought back so many great memories of him. Mr. Lee is an incredible man. He owned a restaurant in the Detroit area, and as the owner, he bore many responsibilities. He had to care for his employees, his customers, and deal with many other headaches which come with being in charge. As a neighbor, he was wonderful. His yard was perfect. He mowed his lawn himself and always had a beautiful garden. He was always courteous, kind, and he would share gifts with us around the holiday season. He is an incredible family man. Mr. Lee and his wife raised 6 wonderful children. Growing up, I hung out with his 2 oldest boys, Wilson and Alex. They were always fun to hang out with. Mr. and Mrs. Lee worked extra hard to make sure they went to good schools and got a great education. I don't think Mr. Lee said very much to me over the years other than a warm smile and a wave when I would see his car pulling in the driveway next door. Regardless, the impression he left on me was profound. When my dad mentioned Mr. Lee texted him on Father's Day, I remembered him, and I knew I had to write you a note about him. We often don't know who we leave an impression on. The impact we have on others, even when we are not actively trying to do so, can be profound. Mr. Lee quietly took care of himself, those around him, and made everything around him a little better with a quiet consistency. The actions we take leave ripples, and I am glad that the ripples of Mr. Lee's good deeds reached me and made me want to write you this note. I am grateful to have been blessed with Mr. Lee as my neighbor as a young man. I am looking forward to mailing him this note. I love you. Love, Dad. So my dad told me last week that he had gotten a text message from our old neighbor, Mr. Lee, and it brought back all these amazing memories of Mr. Lee. He would always be outside taking care of his lawn and his family, and he was such a great guy. I loved hanging out with his oldest sons, Wilson and Alex. And I knew I had to write my daughter a message about Mr. Lee because he just quietly took care of himself and those around him and just made the world such a better place for his employees, his customers, his neighbors, everybody. And he's the type of person that I want my daughter to try and be like, someone who just quietly does an amazing job and just leaves the world so much better for being in it. And that's why I really took a lot of time to write this note. It's a 2-page note. Normally my notes are just 1 page, but this one warranted 2 pages. So I'm excited to read her the note tonight and then mail the actual note to Mr. Lee so he can enjoy it with his family. And I hope you liked it as well. And that is today's note from Dad.